If you're a listener of From the Mouths of Madness podcast, I can only assume that you're also a die-hard fan of horror movies like myself. My name is Matt Balea, and I own a company called To Die For. We make custom horror-inspired designs for shirts and much more. From original to exclusive content, we can get you whatever it is your dark heart might desire. Check us out at www.todieforshop.com. That's the number 2, die, the number 4, shop.com. Enjoy the show.
The views and opinions expressed on From the Mouths of Madness are that of the panel and not of the Geeks Under the Influence Network or their sponsors. Listeners, beware.
So do you remember, like, I guess it was like late 2000s, 2010s, everybody was like, we need to make every type of Exorcist type movie possible. Like, Conjuring was a success.
Yeah.
You know, sort of Exorcist.
When did that was 2013, right? 2012, something like that. Yeah.
But then you had, like, The Exorcist of Emily Rose. You had...
Yeah, that was... When was that? That was, like, late 2000s, right?
Yeah.
And then The Haunting in Connecticut.
Yeah.
And all that shit.
What's the live action one? The Last Exorcism, I think is what it was.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I never watched
but
that
I'm just
one.
saying they just piled up. For a while there, it's like, I've got an idea. Exorcism. You're like, sounds great. And it's like, but it just, there's exorcism fatigue. Like, that's why Conjuring was kind of, like, nice, because it wasn't.
Well, that was more haunting, though.
Haunting,
that was more ghost, not possession.
Yeah.
That's why, I mean, that doesn't really, you know, now ghosts, spirits can possess, but, you know, there's not straight demon.
That's what I'm saying. They didn't go the easy route with that.
Yeah.
So
Conjuring 2, they kind of go more into the demon territory with Vecna, I think is the name of the demon.
Yeah.
Vargas, some shit like that. Yeah. And then Abigail's possessed, and the Conjuring universe is what really
then you
kind
get
of
to Conjuring 3, where they're just like full on possession.
Dude, yeah,
only the power of love can stop a demon.
No, it was no. Yeah. But this one, it did the whole similar thing. Like, these are based off true events, and you know, this the first time this footage has been released, and yada 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 yada, and so it kind of has that trope going into it. But the way they do it, like I didn't expect the movie to end. It felt like the movie was barely on when it ended.
Yeah,
like it's like, what the fuck did I just watch? You know what I mean?
Cut.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, folks. So tonight on the chopping block, we're going to be talking about 2023's Last Night with the Devil. I'm Lowdown.
F you, Hunter. What's up, you Exorcist ratings loving bitches? Yeah.
Skeptic bitches. That one dude was a dick.
Gotta get them ratings.
Dude, that one dude was a dick.
Oh, yeah.
The magician.
Oh, yeah.
He was a fucking dick.
That's the point. He's like,
I know.
Don't buy it. Bullshit.
Yeah, and then, dude, his hallucination trick was sweet, though.
Yeah.
With the, fucking gory as fuck. Yeah, like, dude, what they did with this film in one set, folks. This movie, like, there's some backstory shots, but 95% of the film is just that set.
Yeah,
that's it.
Which is,
and you don't get bored,
because it's like, quote quote, found footage. Like, oh, we found the original tape. Someone, because you know,
see that it's not found footage though.
Right,
it's not shot like,
I know it's not shaky cam.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, it's also, this was, you know, live in the 70s. Not that many motherfuckers had a fucking VCR record that bitch back then.
No, but they did at the studio, and then somehow the cops didn't find it initially, and it never got released.
All it takes is, look, it only takes one motherfucker. Look, I said there was very few VCRs back in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
There's still tapes of the original broadcast of the Star Wars Holiday Special, because all it takes is one motherfucker with one copy, and you just make copies of that bitch.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's all it took was one motherfucker to get past the cops.
VCRs in the 70s were like, what, $800?
Oh, yeah.
Like something stupid
I
like
paid
that?
like $1,200. This baby goes, you can do rewind on this bitch if you want.
Auto tracking.
Oh, man.
Super sweet. Fucking A, though. You're right, though. You're right. It's got Homeboy's been in a bunch of shit. He was in The Boogeyman.
I always prefer him as the Polka Dot Man.
Polka Dot Man. He was in the series. He was in The Dark Knight.
Yeah, he was.
You know, he's been in a bunch
He's sold crazy in Dark Knight.
Yes.
When he's like, and like when he looks down at the name tag, he looks up and it's Rachel.
Rachel Dawes. Right?
Yeah. And he looks like, where's the name tag? He's like, I don't know, but I got her name tag on. Like, he's sold fucking crazy.
Which I'm pretty sure is why they picked him to be. It's like. He just auditioned like, oh yeah, fuck this guy, right? Yeah, but he played like a psycho like leader, in the show Gotham. So,
but also like he kind of shows his acting chops because again, a lot of his roles, it's like crazy or again, Suicide Squad, just like
this one he definitely like
he is. I'm front center. I'm the Johnny Carson. Oh, I'm competing against Johnny Carson. Mm-hmm. I am like, and it's weird. I've never seen him take on this kind of role. So
yeah, and like, there's nothing weird. Like in his character, he's just straightforward, like host.
The weird, nervous laughs, like oh yeah,
yeah. He's very soft spoken, as like a late night host, and then he shows sorrow for losing his wife. Like you see all these points that you never. I guess you see him be sad, but like pouty sad in Suicide Squad.
Yeah, more of like his whole life is sad, not like I'm like everything sucks and I see my mom everywhere, like,
exactly
that kind of sad.
Exactly, he's
like, God damn, dude, you're fucked up,
bro. Yeah.
Like not like I lost the love of my life, she had cancer, and I got to take some time away from people. And,
yeah. Now they do intro the film with news clips about just all the satanic ritual rumors and all that stuff. It was like the Satanic Panic. Did it start in the '60s? And flow into the 80s, or was it like in the 70s when it started?
A little bit late 60s into the 70s.
And then lasted through like early 80s.
And then into the 70s. And dude, they showed the documentary footage of the satanic cult.
Mm-hmm.
And like the main like cult leader looks just like the dude that wrote the book on the Satanic Bible.
Yeah, Anton LaVey,
Yeah, has a crazy fucking mustache.
Yeah.
Or facial hair.
They just explode.
Yeah.
Right? Or no, they caught on fire. They burn alive.
Yeah, they burn alive.
That's fucking, it's terrible.
Fucking Waco stole that shit.
But yeah, when I saw that.
Copycat cult.
When I saw that, I was like, oh, Anton LaVey, that's clever.
Yeah.
Dirt.
But there's a few tricks in this that I did enjoy. And like, the running time is perfect because it's pretty much, it's an hour, and then you have your behind the scenes that extends it. So the movie literally runs about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And it makes sense because with commercial breaks and shit like that, yeah.
Yeah, no, dude, it was genius. And like the costuming was right, the stage set was right, like the music was, everything for that time period I feel like was spot on. They didn't fuck up at all, dude. Like because it's something that's that dedicated to a time period, you look for mistakes. You do. I mean, I can't help myself.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, there's going to be a cell phone on a table somewhere. Where is the thing? And
where's that newer Dunkin' Donuts coffee mug?
Yeah, right? Yeah. Or that, but they were very smart about product placement. They made up their own cigarette brand, apparently.
Yeah,
whatever
that says
box.
70s more than anything else.
Yeah.
You're like fucking right backstage, you're smoking, and the other dude's smoking, and the person walked by. There's a fucking ashtray on the fucking table.
With the food. Yeah.
Dude, man, the non-believer or whatever fucking lights up a cigar and shit.
Dude,
like,
he was
like during the middle of the interview, like, let me just smoke the cigar.
Yeah. Just like blowing it into homegirl's face.
Yeah. Like he's already an asshole, and now he's an asshole blowing cigar smoke into their faces.
Dude, some of the clips of the 7 years it was a show were hysterical.
Oh yeah,
like but it represented the 70s perfectly as far as the tone deaf when they would do skits.
Yeah,
I was like, hey, maybe we shouldn't do this skit.
Yeah,
they never crossed their mind. Like, oh no, it's just in good fun.
Yeah,
well,
But I also like the desperation where
you basically just did Breakfast at Tiffany's style shit. So maybe But
I do like that. Yeah, and then he's like, ratings aren't doing any better. Get some more controversial shit. Like, hey, let's have a hippie and a fucking soldier. That'll work out perfect, right?
No,
like it just that's where we get to this, where it's like, I want the fucking ratings. I need the fucking ratings. Like he's
been trying to be Carson for all these years and never has been able to.
I'm gonna do some shit Carson wouldn't fucking do, and he's like, I'm gonna have this Halloween episode, and I'm gonna have a fucking actual possessed like chick.
Oh, the name of the show is what? Night Owl with
Night Owl,
whatever the fuck his name is. So like, what was it? Happy Halloween?
Yeah.
Like,
and all the cheesy
shit,
when it cuts to the commercial. And it's like the cheesiest fucking 1970s.
100%. Yeah, it was just like, wow, man. But hey, it's accurate. Again, like everything was spot on with that.
And I love the Andy Richter, Ed McMahon, Like,
but he was such a bitch.
I know,
dude. He was such a bitch.
But he's also like, you feel bad for him.
You
man.
do. You're like, man. He's just like,
he's pretty much a mustache Costanza, all right? Like, I don't know how else to put it. Like,
without the rage.
Yeah, without the rage, but just like, I don't know about this. Like,
who was the first guy was the fake Italian dude.
Yeah.
Or fake Spanish dude.
Yeah.
Because remember when he like starts screaming when he's actually getting fucked with, like he loses his accent. You're like, whoa, dude, what happened?
You mean when he projectiles black? And
that was my only complaint with the effects. That looked so terrible, dude. I got to, but honestly,
you can't put a hose next to him and just crank it out.
Yeah, what? Like, you know how many movies got away with that?
Yeah.
Like, is because they wanted to have the pan out shot and it would have been more difficult? Fuck it. Figure it out.
And even
the
non-believer, skeptic guys is like, that can be easily done. Really?
Apparently.
I've never seen that shit before.
No, but he's diving deep into the mind of somebody who's desperate to, like, be believed. Because because he's like a magician, but he's also like in psychology of some sort, I thought.
Yeah.
He knows how to hypnotize and manipulate the brain, and he's showing how easily something can be construed as reality that's not, right? Like, we'll get to that part in the movie, which was really awesome later.
Yeah.
But like, so he thinks that like he names what it's called that people can do to make themselves vomit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no fucking way, dude.
Ugh.
Oh, he died on the way to the hospital. Like, oh yeah, of course he did. Dehydrated.
But it doesn't help because the psychic does the cold call type thing. He's like, I'm getting a name starts with a B.
Yeah.
A B. Or I'm sorry, a P. Peterson, and then like some guy's like, well, my wife's family's name is this, and it's so desperate, and he finally gets a hit, and he's like, see the magic of psychic, and you're like, it's kind of like bullshit.
But then the skeptic guy does get it out of that mom and daughter about the brother son dying, where it's like, oh, this dude asks us tons of questions outside. Like,
we had to fill the survey out.
You didn't think.
Yeah.
Why would a live TV show ask you for all these questions?
Exactly.
Like, think about that. You didn't think that was a coincidence? Like, really? Come on now. Now.
Well, he's dead now, so it doesn't matter.
And so were they.
Yeah.
I guess
Did we get an account of the?
We never got it. We did not get a shot of the audience.
Okay.
Nope. We didn't. We just got a shot of the pan out of the stage.
Yeah. So we get the psychic, does his little parlor tricks, and then he starts actually getting fucked up, and like. Then they bring up the next guest, and this dude is like heavy sweating and like having a bloody nose and looking all fucked up. And you're like,
And the skeptic fucks with him hard, dude.
He's fucking with them
hard.
And dude's getting more and more upset, and also looks like he's about to like fucking kill over. Which I know it's dedication. You got to keep the first guest on, but if dude is like bloody nose, sweating, like, you know what? I think we can do this we can do a solo thing here. We don't need you on the other chair,
yeah,
right?
We're good. We're just perfectly fine.
But we get to the point where at the end of the second segment, he falls on the ground and projectiles black shit and then leaves, and find out later on, bye-bye.
He died.
Dude fucking died.
Died. Yep. And so after the skeptic, then they bring out the author and the demon girl.
Yeah.
She said she was raised with the cult.
Only survivor.
From the fire.
Yeah.
That's right. Of that cult. Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Which that was kind of a cool. I like that too, is they go, before we bring him out, let me show you this clips from this documentary. And it shows documentary on the satanic, cult. Mm-hmm. And then her talking over how this is the only survivor and how she worked with her. And there was a recording of her talking while she's possessed. And I thought that was, that was cool. And then you bring her out. And she's
sweet, but she's definitely odd.
Yeah, she's staring at the camera, like directly at the camera. And then I guess the host's name was like Jack, right?
Yeah,
because she's like, I'm here for you, Jack. And it's just fucking creepy. Like,
yeah.
It's like,
yeah, because basically the whole premise is that she has figured out a way to control the possession versus it fully taking over.
Yeah.
So like, there's parts of her personality that I guess the demon just kind of poking through, but that's as far as it can go until it's like released, I guess, by the author.
And of course, motherfucker's like, God, fucking ratings, man. I need the ratings.
Don't fuck with the demons.
Can we bring it out? And it's some real shit because they bring out the special chair. The one with the
the one from like the 1930s.
Where it's just like, all right, let's
the lobotomy chair.
Yeah, let's strap you down. Here you go. And brings out the fucking demon and.
Okay, the makeup was cool and the voice swap was fucking rad.
Yeah, because she head down, puts her to sleep. the head comes up, and then
the thing is, it was one shot though. From what I remember, the down and the up was one shot. So I don't know how they cut that to make. I could be wrong. I might not be remembering that right, but I'm pretty sure there wasn't a camera cut. And I love when they do that. I love when they do that because then you don't know. They were so smooth that you don't know where they cut to. Meld them together. I think that's genius. But like I said, I could be wrong. I could have
But a la Reagan comes back up, face all fucked up, talking all fucked up, and like does all this shit and then levitates the chair in front of the audience. And then eventually she's able to bring the girl back. And of course, Mr. Skeptic,
he doesn't believe it, but
bullshit. But he does. I'll say this. He's an asswipe. He's like everything people say. He's like, fuck you. You know what? I'll pay you $500,000. You can prove me,
Mm-hmm.
But he does do a pretty good thing. He's like, give me 5 minutes and I'll show you what she did.
Mm-hmm. And this is where it was really cool because like the Andy character hates worms. They hypnotizes the whole audience because they get it on camera.
Yeah, he takes the little
Twilight Zone spindle thing, Beetlejuice umbrella,
he has
whatever.
Everybody in the crowd watch it. He has everybody
else on the stage watch the TV, so everybody's getting hallucinated, is hypnotized. Sorry, and like they fuck with Andy about worms. Like, what is that on you? Oh, is that a worm? He's like, what?
Well, because he's just standing there, and all of a sudden Andy's like, it's fucking hot, and he's like, I got
yeah.
And then he's like, what's this on my neck? And then you see like this opening on his neck, and it's the fucking blood coming out. He starts pulling out worms. He's like, wait. Pulls out his shirt, and he's fucking ripping his guts. That was fucking.
That was
cool.
fucking rad.
Yeah.
And then he snaps out of it, and then he says, "Play it back." And when he plays it back, you see him suggesting all that stuff to the audience and to Andy.
Yeah.
So like he's making it all happen. So then they're like, "Aha, touche. Let's go back even further and see what happened with I forget the girl's name. And when they go back, they're like, looks the same to me. That's what was recorded. So
yeah. And he gets a quick shot. He's like, wait, stop. And he sees his.
I caught that when it first happened, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was like, because it's like right over her head, because her head was turned, and she has the auburn hair. There was like this flash of like grayish like thing, and I thought it was just a weird glare thing.
Quick shot of Dubman's wife.
Dead wife. That's what I'm saying. Like, I caught that, and I didn't know what the fuck that was. Because that was actually, they showed that part in that scene in the movie when they caught it, when they was rewinding it. I'm like, I fucking remember that from like 30 minutes ago. And I just thought it was whatever. I thought it was like them copying The Exorcist where the demon like pops itself. Remember like in the kitchen with the mom, and like there's like 3 spots where the demon like face just pops up in The Exorcist. So I thought they were like kind of just copying that. But apparently not. But you find out he was actually shady. And you find out he goes to our host, Jack, goes into the woods for this boy weekend with weird
which
shit.
Again makes sense because like it's the underground, like,
But they have been known to help stars and actors, and you're like,
the secret handshake club,
they're fucking okay. Maybe they're sacrificing shit.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Kind of like a Ready or Not kind of setup,
Yeah, I mean, and then you see what he really like let his wife die, basically.
Yeah,
like I mean, he couldn't have saved her, but he also wasn't going to stop the show to like fully like invest in her. Remember on the scene on the deathbed?
Yeah, he got a choice.
He made a choice.
But we get full on. All right, bitches. You thought this was entertaining. Now you fucked up, and the demon takes full possession of her. And then I like the effect. I don't know how you felt about it, but her head splitting, open,
and then beaming, like and what the fuck?
She's like, "Fuck you, god damn, poor fucking Andy Richter, motherfucker." He
got the twist.
He tries to run. Nope, head twist. Like dude, that was straight up. He was the first one to go.
Yeah, that was.
And then in a twist of irony, the doctor that's helping this little girl pulls out a crucifix, and the demon's like, "Oh, cool. You know what'd be really funny?" And takes the crucifix and lifts her up, and then uses that to fucking saw her neck. Up. Or no, her.
Oh, the girl. Oh, that's right.
That's
right.
Doctor,
yeah. You said the skeptic.
Well, no. I'm saying the doctor that was helping the girl.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
And uses that fucking crucifix chain to cut through the neck.
Yeah, that was rad. Really good practical effects.
But my favorite, and I was...
he got burnt. That's right. He got burnt.
I kind of was disappointed because now the skeptic's like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
And he's fumbling around in his jacket. And I was sure, and it would have made so much sense, that he was going to start pulling out artifacts from different religions. And even though he's a non-believer, he still like, oh, how about a cross? How about like this amulet?
Something works.
I thought, but no, he pulls out the check. And he's like, here, you can have the check. And he's like, you fuck off with your money? Really? Burns the check. And it's like, while we're in the process of burning shit, bada boom, and burns the shit out of him too.
But so in that, what was the reality? Because remember, he goes through his thing,
and then that's what I can't figure out is that our main host gets the fuck out and gets backstage, but then, and this is where it gets confusing. It's kind of a sequence where he's walking around. It goes back to commercial break, and then he's flashbacking to him. And
it's like he's going back. So all the clips that we saw from over the years of the show at the beginning, he's going back through time.
Yeah,
and he's like, but he's like conscious in that time, and he's stopping. He stops doing the thing, right? He's like, where are you going? Like the caveman one. Where are you going?
Like it's in the process, but he's in his reality.
So I don't understand what that was. It the way for the ghost to distract? I mean, the demon to distract, to keep him there until the cops showed up, or something crazy,
or just
like
that momentary before, like, or I guess distraction, because like
maybe
I'm gonna make you. Well, she says it earlier. You'll be famous after tonight. I promise.
Yeah.
And so I guess fuck with this reality to the point where then he's at his wife's deathbed. There's that dagger that, why the fuck did they leave that shit sitting around?
Yeah.
She's like, please, just I'm in such pain. Get me out of this pain. He's like, all right, I guess I gotta stab the shit out of you. And in reality, he just killed a little girl in the studio in front of everybody, or whatever cameras were remaining.
Yeah, or maybe the live studio was still there. Did we see them run away?
No, there's nobody in the. Yeah,
okay.
When the girl's head opens up, the people are like, yeah, I don't think this is part of the show.
Again, was it he going crazy over the ratings or the guilt? Because that was his wife was his sacrifice for the success of the show. So he made a pact in the woods with his boy toys and his buddies. Because remember, that's what he says on her bed is like, this is the price you're paying. Yeah, is me, or was he going insane? Did he actually kill those 4 fuckers on the stage, the girl and the doctor?
I think the demon killed them, but
who's gonna believe that, right? Exactly. Yeah. So it's just
even dude that got burned up, you're like, did you take his lighter and set him on fire? You know what I mean?
I know, it's just the way that it pans out and that's literally the end of the film. It does leave you slightly, not fully ambiguous, but definitely like, wait a minute, is he crazy? You know what I mean? Like, it was just, I love how you get that feeling for a little bit, before you're like, there's no way he can't burn that dude. You realize it was a demon, but there was that second where I'm like, fuck, is he in, like when he first comes out of it, and it slowly pans before you see all the bodies again. You're like, is he fucking nuts?
But he also had chances to not push it that far. You had his producer at
multiple people. He had Andy. He had the producer.
But no, what I'm saying, his producer was like, gotta push it, man. We gotta get the ratings. Gotta push it, dude. He's like that Exorcist segment. You're already at peak. You're at the ratings high. Just keep going on. So he had that moment where he's like telling that he's like, we need to go farther with this.
Yeah.
Kept pushing it.
And look what happens.
Yep.
So, all right, folks, there is actually more in that movie, but, that's basically like the gist of it. And you really need to watch it to kind of get the other nuances of the film. It's kind of hard to describe some of the awesomeness that went into that film. Yeah. Like, of the time period. Do you agree?
It's like a good time capsule. Like, you get transported like you're watching a show from the 70s.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I always appreciate that because mainly we just always see 80s and we started to see some 90s stuff. We don't really get the 70s much.
Yeah.
Which is fun.
Last thing I think that was recent that was 70s was House of the Devil, which we were saying felt very like...
But that was set in the 80s.
Right, but it had that 70s... Remember?
It had the 70s, but I mean the movie was set in the 80s though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying it had that feel of like the way it was shot. And like this was not just the way it was shot because you're getting away with...
Yeah. No, but it did feel like... Yeah, I get what you're saying about the way it was shot. I just meant like this movie was shot the certain way and it was completely stage dressed the same way.
And then you bought that this could have been
the little cartoons too for like when Carson's like got him on the ropes like in the boxing cartoon. Like I remember I forgot about those old funny cartoons that were in like New York Times, not the New Yorker and shit like that.
Oh yeah,
it's fucking. They were fun. But all right, folks, that is it. We will be right back.
In a world with too many reboots and remakes,
two men will stop at nothing to make it even worse.
Join Mike the Hobbit and Tandy as they play by their own rules while pitching new takes on some of your favorite and least favorite films and TV shows. What podcast would dare to bring this upon the world?
This is Smack My Pitch Up.
My name is Amy Bogard.
And I'm Mike the Hobbit.
And we are the hosts of Deeply Upsetting, where we use our expertise to answer your most upsetting hypothetical quandaries, such as what non-winged animal deserves wings?
And what body part deserves a secret mouth?
Which cryptid is the worst roommate?
These questions and more that plague you will be answered on Deeply Upsetting, available anywhere you get your podcasts and at guipodcast.com.
Coming straight from the mouths of madness, I'm Lowdown.
I'm FU Hunter.
Do you love horror?
We fucking do.
So this is a podcast dedicated to all things in cinematic horror. We're talking movies, television, composers, special effects artists. We're gonna fucking cover it.
So if you love horror,
embrace the madness.
In a world of blockbuster movies, there's another dimension.
The dimension of schlock cinema. Join us at Beautiful Disasters on a journey into the fringe territory of B-movie abandon.
We review the flicks that are forgotten or underappreciated to give them a proper place in the annals of celluloid history.
I'm the Groots.
FU Hunter.
Your guides at Beautiful Disasters. Come along with us for a fun ride. May the schlock be with you.
All right, every one of the shows you can get at guipodcast.com or anywhere you get your podcast. But if you listen to it through guipodcast.com, you can also go to our links tab and then click our links to TeePublic, where all the merch is for all the shows on the network, and just tons of, amazing original designs based off episodes.
Cool ass shit.
Yeah. Pick up some stuff. Magnet stickers, that'd be great. That's always an easy get. We'd appreciate it.
Ponchos. Do they have ponchos?
No, they don't have ponchos
God
either.
Damn it. All right.
They got nothing for rain.
I know.
Nothing for wet weather.
Son of a bitch.
I know, and it's getting ready to be.
Well, I guess so. If it's cold rain, you put that hoodie on.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. It's just going to get wet and make you colder, but yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
So,
get the hood.
All right. So, yeah, this movie, it survived the chopping block for me. I am really stoked to watch it again.
Yeah.
I really, really want to watch this again.
I will say, I wish the ending wasn't so.
Did you want to see him get arrested? That's all you're missing.
No. I'm talking about from where he kind of goes back into the episodes. It kind of pulled me away from what was happening live.
The horror that was happening live, yeah.
Because you had your backstage scenes, but that was kind of just to build narrative. This was the first kind of altered reality situation. Everything else is like we're watching it with the audience.
Yeah.
And now we're watching what he's seen. And that's the only thing that kind of pulled me out of it a little bit.
Okay. All right, I can get that.
Yeah.
I
Because
can understand that.
95% of the movie is you're an audience member. Like, look, I found this tape of the fucking last one. And I actually found where they had behind the scenes footage too. So you're still going there. This is the only one where, as an audience, we wouldn't be seeing what he's seen in that reality.
No.
And that's the thing that kind of took me out of it.
You were seeing this crazy dude.
So
yeah.
that's my one gripe is that, like, you work so hard.
If they had done a cut, like when he's transferring through those different things he did throughout the years on the show to like just the crowd, like but you even couldn't do that because the crowd left. So
I would almost rather you get it behind the scenes and you see him and he's like interacting with nobody and he's like apologizing and he goes to the little girl and she's back to herself and he's talking to her but as his wife and then he just stabs her and
gotcha.
and you would know, oh, his reality is different than what's actually happening.
I got you.
I think I would have rather had it that way.
But it's just like, let's go through all this altered reality crap and then, oh, wait, no, you're back on set.
It's almost like it has to explain it. I just, you didn't have that in the rest of the movie.
Fair.
So
fair.
But
fair.
overall, still love the shit out of it.
Yeah. And again, this is one I would own.
Yeah.
I think overall it's a great horror film. It builds, it's suspenseful. It adds on it's just enough. It adds on to itself and it doesn't go overboard when it doesn't. Even the head splitting thing, I don't think was overboard. I think that was just fun demonic release.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't think they went too far with that. You know. So, all right, folks. That's it. Hit us up at lowdownbrown.gmail.com. Let us know what you think. Were you able to make it when it was in theaters? That's where we both saw it. Or
pretty sure it'll be on Shudder at some point.
It'll be on Shudder at some point. So if you haven't seen it yet, maybe go watch that before you listen to this episode, or listen to this episode and then see if you agree with us. Because like I said, there's other stuff that also makes this a good film. It's just really, you'd have to watch it.
And a lot of people work into it, like 7 different studios.
Yeah, fuck.
I know.
It was like, hey, they got funding. That's all.
It got kind of funny. After the third one, I was like, oh, okay.
Four more.
And I was like, all right. And then another one. And I was like, is this part of, nope, it's another studio. Yeah. Oh, another studio.
One more.
So a lot of people were involved with this.
A lot of money from a lot of places. It's a lot of investors to pay back.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it'll be on Shudder soon. So definitely check it out. Let us know. And until we talk to you again, embrace the madness.
Join us at GUIPodcast.com.